Hey there friends, it's Ree. Welcome back to my channel. Today's timeless pick a card reading is to ask Spirit how you interact with nature elementals. This is a fun one. I came up with this question, actually dreamt this question into existence last night. Actually this morning, right before I woke up, I had a dream. I was doing a reading about how you interact with elements in nature and ways that you can look for it if you're not aware this is happening, ways that you can look for it so that way you can welcome more of it into your life. All right, so I've got 3 piles here. I've got a red stone. This is Mookite, I believe. And interestingly enough, it went with the red, crimson red deck. We had the yellow stone, which is a honey amber calcite. It's got this beautiful little arc in it. I love this stone. Can you see that? And of course the yellow deck. And lastly this green stone, and I'm not sure what it is. I have to look this one up. I've had it for a while. My thumb fits right into it. I like to hold it. Love the lines that go through it. And this one with the green deck. So let's go ahead and get a card for pile 1. Spirit. We get a card for pile 1. Oh, there we go. Is farmer, growth, sustenance, patience. Kind of can see it. See the sideways also. Lots of stone in this too. All right, and for our second pile. Spirit, could we get a card for pile 2, please? This one. And the card is Crone, Wisdom. Very grounded, very centered, yet I feel like a lot of air elements come in to this one. Lastly, for pile 3, Spirit, could we have a card for pile 3? It's going to be this one, and it is the gift, communication, gift, crystals, the earth energy. Ooh. I like this one. This one's pretty powerful. But I'm going to let you go ahead and choose the pile that most attracts you, that most calls out to you. And I'll see you at your reading. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the card Farmer, Growth, Sustenance, Patience, with the Mookite stone. It's beautiful dark red crimson. And it said we could look at this sideways too. So I feel like right away there's an aspect of your interaction with the nature elements that you're not seeing because it's so, or you're not recognizing, I should say, because it's kind of out of left field or right field, or you kind of have to look at it with different eyes or see it from a different angle. What else do you get in that one, huh? I think the stone just reminds me of this. Yeah. The shape of it. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else. What else we can get out of this. All right. Spirit, can we get some cards for pile 1, please? I think that one. Spirit, could we get some cards for pile 1? 3 cards. Get one more. Spirit, could we get a card for pile 1? Maybe one last one. Spirit, could we get a card for pile 1? Actually, I get these 2. And let's get some tarot cards also. Spirit, can we get a card for pile 1? Spirit, could we get some cards for pile 1, please? And one of these. One more card for pile 1. Let's see what we have here. We have Empress of Pleasure. Getting relaxed moments. Moments of abandon. We have Infinity. We have Harmony. And we have Wisdom. Interesting. We have the dog. The mountain. And the crossroad. It's a lot of luxury. It says choices, opportunity, and decision. Like there's a lot of luxury in these for some reason, and yet this balance with almost like asceticism. That's the word that's coming to mind. Okay, and for the tarot cards, we have the Hanged Man, that is the 8 of Pentacles. Reverse, as you can see. We have the King of Swords reversed. The 6 of Swords. The 2 of Cups. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. this one here. Let's move that up there. Do we have one more card here? Let's move some of these so you can see. And we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. Feel we're a little all over the place. I don't know if you can see this one. Yeah, we can. Let's leave the crossroads up there. So, this is interesting. Let's see. I feel like there's tension, yet balanced tension. I feel rest and movement. The dog, to me, speaks of loyalty. It's a lot of just a lot of stuff coming in, but it's a little confusing for me. Pleasure and pain also. It's another thing that I heard. And that kind of ties into the luxury and asceticism that I was talking about earlier. Let me think on this for just a minute. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, in moments of confusion, that's when you notice. That's when you notice the magic coming in. And I feel it's, at the start I was like, I thought it was like real earthy, earth element, but this might be more air. We do see a lot of birds here. Birds. Then we get some of the land mammals. So maybe it's an interaction with each other. Maybe it's one group helping the other when you most need it, and that might be when you notice it. I heard like stepping out of time. Stepping out of time in those moments when you step into Chronos time. And I just did a reading the other day that we talked about Chronos time. We talked about how you step into this moment where time really kind of doesn't exist in the way that we usually think it does in everyday life, right? Where you can lengthen the moments, or you can speed them up. And I feel like that's where you notice that magic the most. It's that crossroad of time. It's in that kind of like change between dimensions in a way. Is that making sense? I hope that makes sense. Like that interaction. Turning. I'm hearing turning. And like this is kind of what a good representation of what I'm seeing. These guys turning. Where you're turning this concept of time that we as a society hold. you're turning it on its head. And that's when you feel that magic the most. You feel it. And this comes to you most times during confusing moments, confusing time, where you're perhaps moving between one world and another. Like we had talked about luxury and asceticism. So maybe there's a lot of going back and forth with that in your life. And during those moments where you've come against an obstacle, where you've struggled, you've come against a mountain, and you've had a hard time figuring out, you know, at this crossroad, you've had a hard time figuring out like what comes next. And I think that's when you really, really notice it. In those moments of transition, I guess that's what I was looking at. Moments of transition, like I said, between a painful experience, a pleasurable experience, from comfort to those moments of being uncomfortable, right? That edge. Those moments of extricating yourself from those obstacles, those uncomfortable moments. And that's when you feel the magic of the elements the most, the elementals. That's when you notice those spirits, that interaction, that magic the most. So how can we welcome that in? How can we feel that magic even more, like on an everyday spirit? How can we bring that more into existence? Let's see. More of an existence into the everyday. How can we bring it in? Oh, I think it was this one. Witching herbs, nourishment. I think I need a little bit more here. Although I'm feeling like ritual, like doing things in ritual. If your meditation, you light your incense, you light your candle, and then you come into that space where you experience that Chronos time. That's when I experience it the most. Let's see, what else? What else can you give us, Spirit, to answer this question? We have 5 of Pentacles, looking for the patterns, the signs, the synchronicities. We have the 6 of Swords. Again, I'm feeling like pleasure and pain, uncomfortable moments, comfortable moments, losses and victories. And the 2 of Wands, again, speaking of 2. The balance, the transition between the 2. Walking on a knife's edge is what I heard. But we don't want that to be the everyday, do we? What else can we get, Spirit? What else can we get to answer this question? How can we experience it more in our everyday? What can we look for more in the everyday? We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. And one more split. And the King of Pentacles reversed. I always feel like he's all wrapped up in nature. Can you see it? It's like he's wearing this this blanket, this robe of pine cones and holly and ivy. But I always thought he looked a little uncomfortable in this card. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys get the same feeling. It's kind of how I've been feeling throughout this whole reading so far. As if, you know, we've got animals looking on and like, we know. How come you don't? And maybe it's because we're too up in our heads about this, right? We're too much in our heads about it. That if we're only looking for it during these time periods of transition, that we're not seeing it in the everyday. Like praying when you most need something, right? You need an answer to your prayer because you're in a space that's not good, and you wanna, you know, you need help and you don't know how to just let the universe take charge and lead you where you need to go. Maybe those are the only times that you're looking for it, that you're talking to spirit. And I think that this was the answer here of how to bring it more into the everydays, to create daily rituals that nourish the spirit, right? To light the incense and spend a few minutes every day before bed, when you wake up in the morning, anytime you have a moment. I like to do it when I wake up and go to bed. Transition moments. Maybe this is for me. No, actually, I'm always talking to spirit. But yeah, maybe make it a point to look, to listen, to connect more. And ritual will help you do that. Ritual is a great way. Daily ritual is a great way to welcome it in, not just when you're at crossroads. Not just when you're at a crossroad, but also the good times too. Good times, bad times, crossroads, all the time. And I'm hearing, like, just let it be, let it happen. Don't think too much about it. You know, like, dogs don't really think too much about how they feel about their owners, right? They're awesome, they're special, they're part of their life, and they're gonna just follow them and spend time with them, and maybe that's kind of how you need to approach it, is just, you know that spirit is important in your life. So talk to spirit. Feel spirit around you all the time. You won't be sitting here going, oh, I don't know. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you today. Also, here, looking at, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, patterns. Looking for the patterns, the signs, the synchronicities. Feeling that connection, grounding, centering, feeling that connection, creating ritual. Don't always be asking for a sign or a message. Just let it come to you. It doesn't have to be, Spirit, show me you're there. Spirit, show me you're there. Spirit guides, let me know that you're there. I need to know you're there, because they are there. They're very loyal to you. They're your spirit team. Enjoy just being in here. Let me move this. Enjoy just being in harmony with spirit, with the elements, with the elementals. You'll find them in those moments where you feel like time stands still. And you can best get to that time stands still moment in meditation, right? So create your ritual, get into your meditation, feel harmonious and connected to spirit. Feel that connection. and see where it leads you. And that's what I've got for you today, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little confusing. It was a bit confusing for me too. But I think we got to the answer. I think we got to the answer we needed to get to. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you could. Enable notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, bye-bye. Hey there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the pile with the honey amber calcite. I don't know if you can see that line through there. It's so beautiful. Almost like the rays of the sun going outward. I don't know if you can see that. And the card, Crone, Wisdom. I like how the colors are reflected also and the bands reflected in the blanket she has around her shoulders. Feels such a good balance here, like a very balanced energy. So and for those of you in this pile, I feel as if there is, like, you're very connected to earth and air energy. Ancestral energy, a lot of ancestral energy here too. All right, let's see what else we can get here. I'm gonna get a few more from this deck. Spirit, what do you have for pile 2 regarding the way they interact with elementals? Cards for pile 2, please. Card for pile 2, please. I think need one more. Let's get this one. One more oracle card. Card for pile 2. Alright, and then some tarot cards. Let's see. I think I'm going to work with this deck. Could we get some cards for pile 2, please, to answer the question? How do they interact with nature elements? Get a card, some cards for pile 2, please. This one. There's one. And there's a second. Let's go with twos. Maybe back for more. But let's see what we have first. We have Kalima, Fierce Love. Again, kind of like the rays coming out of this stone. The color is very similar too. We have Our Lady of Guadalupe, Unconditional Love. Again, look at all the rays coming outward. Even crown going outward. I feel as if this pile, you really feel energy. You have a strong sense of being able to feel the energy of the world around you. Like I'm saying, air and earth. When you feel the wind on your skin, the breeze on your skin, you can actually feel the energy. You can feel the magic of that. Oh, I'm feeling this beautiful feeling. Wow. And the sun, something about the sun. When you stand in the sun, you just feel that energy go through you. You just feel that energy come into your field, your energetic field. It feels magical. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, and we have cast the circle, raising vibrations. Yep, definitely feeling the vibratory energy around you. I have one more. Let's go. The farmer card. This came out in pile 1. Growth, sustenance, and I can't read because I don't have my reading glasses on. Patience. And what I was saying in pile 1 is that sometimes it comes in a way that you're not recognizing. But I think in your case, you do recognize it. You do feel it. You feel it coming from all around you. You feel it from the ground beneath you. You feel it through your feet. You feel that grounded energy. You feel your roots down into the earth. You feel it from the sun. You feel it from the breeze. You feel it from the air. You're very comfortable in that space of interaction with the elements. Oh, it's such a beautiful feeling. Thank you for sharing that with me. All right, and then we have the spirit familiar. Seek loving connections and cherish friendships. Yeah, you're very connected. Very connected with nature, with the world around you. We have a few more. We have the lady, feminine, female figure, querent, but what really stands out to me in these, with this card, every time I use it, it comes out in a reading. She's holding her eyes in her hands. She's seeing differently. She's feeling differently, and this, I think, is exactly how it ties in with your reading here. Is that you see differently, you feel differently. Your view of the world is very different than many others because of your interaction with spirit, your interaction with the elements. We have the clover. Does that say good luck, joy, prosperity? And I think it does. It brings you a lot of joy. You connect with the big things, the small things, the universe. Connect to the stars in the sky, the people around you, and even the clover, the littlest plants, and the littlest bugs, the littlest things around you. All right. What else do we have? We have the Knight of Cups. The cup looks like the cup is full. We have the King of Coins. What I'm really noticing in this is the coat, how there's like elements of water, air, sky, almost looks like stars in the sky, the roots coming down, the earth, it's in a cave. He stands strong, confident in that space where everything comes together. I think that's kind of where you're at. This is where you are at, pile 2. Wow, that's very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Let's go with these first. Child of visions, yeah. You see it. You definitely see it all around you. It brings you great joy. The 4 of challenges, which would be like the 4 of swords. At rest, when you stop, you take a breath, you take those moments, and it shows itself to you. The elements show themselves to you. I think you see it. It's not just feeling, you see it. I think you see things and you recognize it already. We have the Knight of Swords. I like how he's in 2 different worlds here. Comfortable in both. He looks like he's okay with it. And the Tower. I think fire might be the one that you're least connected to. Not sure why. Maybe a bad experience with it. But part of this message, maybe for some of you, not all of you, is that's one to work on. To reconnect with that energy, because that's the one that's probably lacking the most in your life. And you probably came to all of this wonderful ability to be confident in your skills to interact with the magic of the natural world through a Tower moment. I think it brought you to center. It brought you to this grounded space that you inhabit, this centered space. Centered, grounded, yet very connected space that you inhabit. Let's see, is there anything else you want to tell us, Spirit? I think that pile 2 kind of got it down. I think the one bit of guidance here is to reconnect with that fire magic, the fire elements. But let's see if there's anything else Spirit wants to share with you today. We get another card or 2 for pile 2. Oh, here's 2. We have Sacred Waters, Deep Healing Emotions, Pilgrimage. Inhabiting both worlds, the seen, the unseen, and you're there in the middle. And we have the Hare, otherworld, shape-shifting, fertility, and again, 2 worlds here. You're inhabiting the 2 worlds. Let's get one more card. 2 more cards here. Let's see. Which one do we want? Actually, I want to go with Sacred Child. Let's see. 1 or 2 more cards for pile 2. Spirit, what do you have for us? Any guidance? Queen of Fire. Okay, so this is the next. This could be the next challenge. Is getting back into this space of feeling comfortable working with fire elements. Queen of Fire. And you know, kind of Kali Ma spoke of that, and if you look at the Lady of Guadalupe, also she's got those colors, right? Anything else, Spirit? Pile 2. This is 4 of Earth. And I think this to me is like you're protecting yourself from it. You kind of don't want to deal with it, but I think this is a challenge. This is the next challenge for you in your work with the elements. You know, fire is a hard thing sometimes to work with. I know I have a difficult time also. I have a fear of it. I think it's working on that fear of what could happen, right? But I also worked through some water issues too that I had to come to terms with. But for you, I feel, for some of you, I feel it's fire. That is the one to start understanding and working on more. And I'm wondering if Spirit has anything for us regarding what you can do. Start small, I'm hearing. Start small in a safe place, right? But you know, fire can also be the heat you feel from the sun, right? Standing in the sun, feeling the sun's rays, that's fire. Feeling the warmth within you, feeling the warmth in a shower. As you drink your tea, there is fire right there. The heat of the heat of the water, what boiled that water. So you can work with fire in different ways. It doesn't have to be with a flame per se. But let's see. We have the moon in reverse. Could I get one more? Spirit, could I get one more, please? And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Slowly, slowly is what I'm hearing. You don't have to charge ahead with this. Take it slow. Take it slow. I keep coming back to this, but I think this is kind of like protective in a way. Not, I said earlier, you feel the magic in the sunlight, right? And I think that that's one way to do it. That's one way to start. That's one way to start, is to harness that ability to work with fire through feeling it on your skin and in your body, through heat source, through heat. I want to get one more. Okay, last one. And this one. Do we have possibilities? Oh, I love this card. Look at that. Possibilities. There's many possibilities for you to work with fire. It's not just there. It's not just an element that hurts. It's also one that protects. Right? I'm curious as to how you'll come to bring this into balance, because I do feel like this is something that you're going to be working on, that you are going to bring into balance. Ask the other elements to help balance it out more, right? So help make space for the fire element. Make space for it. Slowly make space for it. And incorporate it more to the daily, right? How you interact with it. Create good experiences with it so that you lose the fear of it. You're not fearful of working with it. And that is the wisdom from spirit today regarding how you interact with elements. And so, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a like. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to find out, and enable notifications to find out when I put out new content. I usually do written readings, so this project, this YouTube project, is growth for me. It's finding my voice in speaking the messages, not just writing them out. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, I hope. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You picked the pile with the green stone. And also the card, the gift, communication, gift, crystal. I'm surrounded by crystals here, so I'm feeling a lot of energy from this card, and I think that that's where you feel that magic, how you interact with the elements. And that it's a gift. This is a gift of yours to be able to pick up a stone, right? Pick up a crystal, pick up a stone, and communicate with it. You probably have flashes of insight, visions, feelings, so you know, you kind of know how to work with the stone, or you know what the stone or crystal wants to communicate to you, how to use it. So let's see what else we get. Let's start with some oracle cards. I actually want to get a few more from this deck. Spirit, could we have some cards for pile 2? Could we get some cards for pile 2? Get some cards for pile 2. How does pile 2 interact? How do the elements interact with pile 2? I love these colors. Aren't they gorgeous? All right, let's see. How do the elements interact with pile 2? Two cards there. Get some cards for pile 2. Look at all of these circles. 3, 3. Circle, circle, circles. Movement within circles. Energetic movement. Oh, this feels so earthy. This pile feels very, very earthy. All right, so let's see. Oracles and Lenormand. Let's see, what tarot cards shall we use? I think this one. Spirit, could we get some cards for pile 3? Spirit, could we get some cards for pile 3? That's 3, 4 cards there. Get one more card for pile 3, and I think this will fit. So let's see what we have here. We have Tree Spirit, strength, growth, stability. He looks like a happy fella. Okay, and we also have Earth Star. Yep. Emissary, Keeper, Shapeshifter. Yeah. I feel like you're a guardian of the earth. Of the earth elementals. You get along with them very, very well. That is your gift. Definitely your gift. Oh, it feels like a very, very strong connection. We have Cast a Circle, Raising Vibrations. This came out in pile 2. We have The Witching Hour, Favorable Circumstances. I think this is talking about incorporating some other things in the magic that you already do with the elements. You're learning. All right, and we have the Numina, Seek Inspiration in Twilight Wanderings. My favorite time of day. I love Twilight. And haha, Fox. It's one of my spirit guides, the Fox. I love how the light is just, it's numinous, right? It's numinous, it's radiating behind the fox. And all the fireflies. Remember the first time I ever saw a firefly? I was an adult, and it was the most magical thing. At Twilight, when I was an adult, the most magical thing. See how that fits in. Oops. We also have the Fish, Abundance, Wealth, Finance. Oh, the colors are gorgeous. Tendrils, Water. So the color is important here. The color is important here. We'll come back to this. I think it has to do with balance, but we'll come back to this. And the Grave, Death, Sadness, Mourning. And I'm reading the words out on the bottom, but they're not necessarily having to do with the reading. What I see here is this amalgamation of different creatures, transformation, potentiality. I'm gonna move that there. Let's move these guys up a bit. I'll put this here for now. Probably gonna move things around. Let's start with this card because of the colors. This is like this blue and green combined. I feel like there's a little bit of knowledge here. And it is 3 of Challenges, which would be the 3 of Swords. Reversed. Losing something. Letting go of something. In reverse, that's what I'm seeing. Let's see. And what else is here? Let's work here. We have the Star. I can't really see what that says. And it's because I don't have my reading glasses on. They're in another room. And I'm not going to stop the reading just for that. The Star. I see lots of stars in here. Lots of stars. We'll come back to that. We have, that is the 4 of Pentacles. It was in reverse. Again, I feel like it's letting something, releasing something. Releasing something. The Page of Pentacles. I think the elements are offering you something, offering you a gift, perhaps. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Sight. That's what I'm hearing in my head. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Letting things come into existence, manifesting into reality. Move this up here. I hope it's all gonna fit. We might need to move that down a little bit more. I think there's more coming your way. I think you've really been gifted, but even though you think that this is it, I think there's more coming to you. The Knight of Pentacles. That's not all it is. This isn't all it is. And lastly, the High Priestess. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And here are those blues again. Let me show it to you a bit more. So what do we see? A letter. I think that's a compass on her neck. A message. I think I got that from the page also. A message coming to you. Another gift from spirit, from the elements. Okay, so let's go back to the stars and the colors and the blue, the flow, the movement. I think that you're very good at feeling things out, right? You're very good at picking up the stone and knowing what it's for. But what I see here is that maybe there's not, although you feel the communication is good and strong, and that it's almost like you've kind of just stopped working at it. I think what spirit and what these elements, especially the element of earth and air also, want you to do is to work in new ways. Work in new ways with them. I feel like there are certain mental boundaries that, like, you're thinking of it a certain way, that this is the way to do it, and I'm comfortable doing it this way, and almost like there's nothing else for you to learn in that respect. But there most definitely is. There most definitely is, and I think it has to do with sight. I think maybe you hear and feel things very well, but sight is a little bit more difficult for you. Seeing the energy is the next step. I think that's what these blues are representing to me, is this sight. This sight. Visions. Visionary. And look at it. You can see it already. Remember I was talking about the fireflies and how magical that seemed to me. I think that you're probably seeing these sparks of light. These sparkling. it's in the out of the corner of your eye. You're starting to notice things. And maybe you're like, oh, well, it's just, that's, sunlight, shadow, play, it's not really anything magical, but what I'm getting out of this reading, what I'm hearing is that it is. And it's, and the elements are wanting you, these elementals that work with you. And I think you have quite a few very earthy elementals that work with you, that some of them are your guides. They are helping you to this next step. They are helping you to lose the blinders that you have on. And part of the blinders are you think that you've succeeded at this one thing and that there's nothing else to learn about it. And they want you to not think in that way, because there are many ways of seeing this, many ways of seeing the magic. And recognizing that those little sparks, those little sparkles of magic, light, and you know what it is that I'm talking about. Like, they're like, yeah, you know what it is. That's believing it, believing that is what it is, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition when you're like, oh, was that? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was. And I think you see it most at twilight, towards the end of the day. Towards the end of the day where it's dusk. It is dusk. And I think that you're coming into this during this season right now. It's autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. And I think that this time of year, like when the veil starts thinning a bit more, that's when you really see it, really feel it. It's very, very prevalent. And if you just go with it, you go down that rabbit hole, you're gonna find that there are new ways to interact with old friends, because they're your old friends. They're your unseen allies, your spirit guides. Let's get a few more cards here. What do I want to use? Spirit. All right. Can we get another card for pile 3? Any other message for pile 3? We have Sisterhood of Reciprocity. The 43 is important there. I don't know for some of you if that's your age, or the number holds some other significance, but it is important. Working with others will strengthen it, will strengthen this new gift. Like perhaps looking at we've got a lot of groups, a lot of programs now where people can join online, working on your psychic ability. I think that working with others would be really useful, because you'd be able to bounce some of your thoughts, ideas, doubts amongst the group. You can see the similarities. I do feel like there's definitely connection here that will help you in that respect. Fellow Earth Keepers. Let's see. Let me get another. I don't want to use this one. Let's use this deck here. Get another card for pile 3, Spirit. And that's the one right there. And it is Breathe. Again, these colors. Flow, energy, flow. It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger, and that's why you're seeing the changes that you're seeing in your ability, your abilities. Let's see, could I get, let's pull from this deck here. Anything else for pile 3, Spirit? The Tower. This came out in pile 2. That might be interesting to you also. For pile 2, it was working with these elements, but you know, there's a bit of a connection here with the 3 of challenges. Perhaps you're going through something right now, and that's also creating change within you, creating change in your energy, in your field. The 7 of Cups. Look, they're mushrooms. Mushroom caps. Raising power. Your power is rising. I just heard connecting earth and sky. Connecting earth with sky. And you know, that's funny because we do have a lot of stars here, right? Earth star. A lot of stars here in these cards. Stars in the fox. And you're connecting, you're joining with the spirit world, I feel. But yeah, that earth and sky, that might have something of importance to you. Magic mushrooms. Not condoning it. Just feels very very earthy, bringing you into something light, something lighting. This heaviness going into lightness, density into a higher vibration. And that might be where you're at. Anything else, Spirit? Let's see. What card do I use? Let's use the Crow Tarot. They might have a message here. Anything else for pile 3, Spirit? Do you have anything else for pile 3? The 8 of Swords. Yeah, it's all, you're releasing whatever you're going through, whatever you've been doing is releasing some of the blindfolds. I think you're removing that inability to see of your psychic sight. And that I really do feel is the gift coming in. The gift coming in to you. And lastly, the Page of Wands. How does this fit in? Reversed. I kind of feel like it's talking about not looking in the bright of day. You're not there yet. You're focusing on seeing at twilight, at dusk, where the veil is thinner, where you can let your eyes play tricks on you and just let it happen. You're kind of, and this is in like a meditation, or you're out walking slowly. You're not doing things quickly. You're not engaging in a lot of motion, physical energy. You're just being, right? Slow movement at the end of the day. And that's when you're going to really see it. And I think we're going to end it there. That's a great message. What a great gift being offered you. I encourage you to go ahead and continue doing what you're doing, but being open to the possibility that your talents and other skills will increase and show themselves more, and that brings you more into balance. And I think that's it. That's general messages. That's it, and that's where I'm gonna end it. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 3. If you did, please give a like. I would really appreciate it. This is a very new channel. I was letting Pile 2 know that I usually write out all of my readings, so speaking it is a new challenge for me. It's a project. That's what this channel is. It's a project to help me come into a different part of my gifts, being able to, you know, do that mind-heart connection and be able to speak it, to find my voice in it. I've always enjoyed writing out readings because I have a lot more time to just let things flow. And so I'm working on letting this flow more freely, to speak it. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I appreciate you joining me on this journey of mine. And it looks like you got your own journey going here. That's pretty exciting. Very, very exciting, magical, full of wonder. And I wish you all the best going forward. I hope to see you here next time. All right, have a great one. Bye-bye.